Nick said I needed a haircut, but instead it turned out he'd, yeah, get it? Get it? No, I said he needed a La Barba. Well, the barber. Folks, welcome back. I am Jonathan J.O. Owen.
I am Nick Douglas.
And you have stumbled upon, or maybe you came here intentionally, to the Party Source Cigars. This is our cigar channel dedicated exclusively to what are these things?
Cigars.
So if you like this kind of content and you're not offended by tobacco, smoke, and drinks and cocktails and other cool stuff,
Must be 18 to view.
Must be 18 to view. Hit that like button, and then follow it over and subscribe, and then hit that bell so you'll be notified whenever something new comes on. So with that, we are visiting the barber today.
La Barba Cigars. This is from Tony Bellato, is the owner of the company.
Okay.
Tony is actually based out of Youngstown, Ohio. He's also the owner of Youngstown Coffee Company up there in Youngstown, Ohio.
Oh, I've had some of their
it's
stuff.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But this is the second installment of the Ricochet line that he came out with at this year's trade show. It's called the Mexi Soul.
Mexi Soul? Okay.
Because it is a Mexican sun-grown wrapper.
Okay, first thing, I'm getting a very, very little resistance on the dry draw. On mine.
Slight resistance. It's getting a nice kind of barnyard.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was thinking. I was going to let you say it. Since I seem to say barnyard every time I draw on one of these things. Oh man, Boy Scout campfire. This is campfire all over. Fresh pine, fresh oak in there, a little bit of cedar, you know, whatever scraps of wood you can find to throw into that fire. Okay, the production of smoke on this is really good. Kind of a slight bitter finish. Very dry. Very, very dry. Dry vanilla.
A little bit of pepper. Not nearly as much pepper as that last one we reviewed. But
No.
it's definitely there on the retro ale.
Yeah, there's the pepper. I had to smoke it down a little bit more. It's more of a white pepper rather than your classic black pepper. It's very mild.
I'm getting I see what you're doing with that kind of a little minerality, bitterness to it.
Yeah.
But it's also got another little bit of sweetness to it that's kind of balancing it out.
Yeah,
almost
it's
getting like a caramel or something like that.
Yeah, it's not an offensive. It's like swimming in a lake. You know, you get the lake water in your mouth and you get that full mineral flavor. Or swimming in a creek in deep East Texas, where I did all my swimming growing up.
You know, it's funny too, because I just pulled up a quote from Tony about his own cigar here.
What's he say?
And he says that he kind of designed it to be kind of similar to Left Bank Bordeaux wines.
Awesome.
He says he describes it as having a, quote, definitive spicy minerality and a touch of soft sweetness.
Kudos us. We did not know that when we went in on this cigar.
How about that?
Kudos. We kind of do know what we're talking about. Sort of.
Every once in a while.
Little leather showing up now. My classic saddlebag, as I like to say.
It's got a kind of a unique flavor that I can't quite put my finger on.
I know.
I like it.
It's almost like I'm like a picnic lunch while hiking in the woods. I can't fully describe it.
A picnic lunch
Eating
hiking
a
through the
picnic
woods.
lunch in the woods when you were hiking. You know, it's like, I love to go hiking. As a kid, I would always go out into the woods and I'd take my lunch. My mom was happy to get me out of the house. And I'd take my lunch, I'd go into, growing up in deep East Texas, I kid you not, one area, we lived 40 miles to the nearest school, 40 miles to the nearest gas station, 15 miles to the nearest gas station, 40 miles to the nearest grocery store. There was nothing out there where we were. We wanted water, we had to dig a well and treat it ourselves. And so, you know, when you have nobody else to get on anybody's nerve when you're a pesky teenager, your mom's happy to throw you outside with a lunch bag and say, go bother somebody else. So, those are my mom's famous words, go bother somebody else.
And play catch with the rattlesnakes.
I didn't do that, so yeah, I didn't do the Darwin Award. We didn't have rattlesnakes, we had copperheads. And those things are too mean to play catch with. And plus they don't have the hands, and I tried giving one a glove, the guy stole it and never gave it back.
The copperhead took your glove.
Copperhead took my glove.
That is sad.
Yeah, it was. But we did have tons and tons of ants. Lots and lots of fire ants. Okay, but going back to the minerality, where we kind of devolved there quickly.
A little bit.
About J.O.'s history. We got to fill it in somehow while we're smoking these. Got to smoke it down the next flavor. It's Texas red dirt.
Texas red dirt.
Texas red dirt. That clay. That clay. I mean, as you're when I said the creeks, the rivers. I mean, the soil. You have red dirt everywhere. It is such an iron ore. Such a rich iron ore flavor in there. You see what I mean? It's got a rich iron ore flavor to it.
Is that the flavor I can't quite put my finger on?
That's what, once I kind of started talking and rambling on, I was able to identify it. Yeah,
I guess that goes back to that minerality.
Yes, it does. I mean, definitely, depending on where he is growing this, what I would love to know what he's drawing from that soil that he is growing these in. Because if these, grapes are intensely something in which draw from the soil that they are in. Our corn and our crops that we're growing will steal certain nutrients. And one of my favorite tequila makers will only use tequila land that is rich in volcanic soil. It's only black soil, so he can draw the proper nitrates from it. And so I would love to know where he's growing this, so I can get a full breakdown on it.
The rest of the blend, I believe there's some Dominican and some Nicaraguan tobacco in there as well, but it also has in the filler some Pennsylvania, I'm guessing broadleaf in there.
Okay, I'm starting to.
It's known to pack a little bit of a punch.
Okay, Pennsylvania and broadleaf. You said?
Pennsylvania broadleaf.
Pennsylvania broadleaf. Okay. I got kind of sidetracked there. Wasn't fully listening because I started getting a doughy taste. Kind of
bready,
doughy, like yeast bread that's rising. It's not fully cooked. It's doughy. It's not
like
bready.
Subway.
Not fully cooked. Well, on this channel,
please don't sue us, Subway.
We don't have to worry about sponsors on this one.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for a cocktail on this?
Always.
Always. Let's bring that cocktail in.
Did you?
This is good old Fighting Cock 103 proof. It is very, very sweet, which I think will go very well with this one. Now this 103 proof, Nick, so whatever you do, don't try and put your cigar out in there.
It smells nice.
Yeah. Very, very sweet. This one is also, this guy I want to say is under 20.
Under 20?
Under 20, so he's also readily available. And I forget who's making
That
this.
was my next question.
Bardstown. It's out in Bardstown. Yeah.
You definitely tell it's a weeder.
Oh man, that strangely gives it a salsa taste.
You think the whiskey tastes like salsa or the cigar tastes like salsa?
I think the marriage of the two provide kind of a salsa verde taste. And if you didn't hear that over the shaking, it's salsa verde. Because the forklifts are loading up brew over there.
Yeah, I'm not getting the salsa.
Salsa verde.
Not
Okay,
getting
never-
green salsa either.
Okay.
That's what salsa verde means, right?
I know.
Tomatillas?
Tomatillas.
There we
yes.
go.
Really, really good if I've had it so spicy. I've also had it very, very citrus heavy. And I've had it where it's just so fresh tasting.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ash is holding on.
Mine
a
did
nice
not.
white ash. Just gonna go ahead and nudge that off of there.
Yeah.
I've had a
I'm on
little
my
bit of a
second one.
wave in the burn, starting to correct itself. Nothing that required any kind of touch-up. Yours is burning great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, mine is a very quick draw on it. I don't have much resistance, so I'm smoking mine feels like a lot faster, and my ash did not hang on as long as yours. On that last puff, I'm starting to get orange in there.
A little citrusy
Little
zest.
citrusy zest. Now that I'm almost halfway through it, and I'm starting to get orange in there. It's good flavor. I like what I'm getting. I like what's being presented on this. You want to bring in that smoke bomb?
Where is it?
Oh wait, here it comes. There it is. I'm gonna come out from, I'm not getting much draw. It's a nice long smoke. The flavors on it are good. I'm gonna go solid 85 on this one. It's I know I'm being not trying to be harsh. It's just I'm I just enjoy something with more full body to it. This is a nice breakfast cigar to me.
I would say you're probably right. It's kind of medium on the strength at this point. I am definitely enjoying whatever that flavor is at your picnic lunch, or your iron ore, or whatever it is that you said. I can't quite put into words. It's unique, which I appreciate, because when you carry as many products as we do and smoke as many cigars as we have to figure out what's going on in this industry, it's always nice to have something that's completely different. The pepper definitely has almost completely gone away at this point. I have a sneaking suspicion that might come back on me toward the end. I think it's a fantastic pairing.
Okay.
Under $20 for that whiskey, huh?
Under $20 for that whiskey.
Great price.
In case you don't know, I'm the whiskey guy here. You can check us out at The Party Source Reviews if you want to see all things whiskey reviews. This is just our separate channel here for cigars.
I'm at a 90.
You're at a 90?
90.
Okay. I like what I'm getting. I like what I'm getting. The lowest thing I've probably ever rated was a 68.
68?
Yeah, and I didn't like it at all. I'm not going to name it. You know, maybe we'll revisit it one day. But Nick, what's possibly the most expensive cigar you know of?
That I know of?
And you've possibly ever smoked?
The most expensive cigar that I've ever smoked, and it is one of the most expensive in the world, I'm sure. It's called His Majesty's Reserve. It's from Gurkha, and it comes in a fancy glass tube with, I think, a green wax on it, if memory serves. Probably about a Churchill-sized cigar. It's a nice long cigar, and one of the things that makes it so expensive is they infuse it with Louis XIII cognac.
Woo!
And from what I understand, they use like a whole bottle for like one box worth of cigars.
Okay, that is
ridiculous.
like $1,300 right there.
Yeah.
So how much is a cigar?
I want to say the cigars are somewhere around $1,000.
1,000.
Nice.
Forget that.
Yeah, I didn't
smoke.
I didn't pay for the cigar.
Okay.
But it was given to me.
I'll stick with this.
I actually had a couple of them.
Okay.
And so you can't smoke a cigar like that alone. You know, you gotta invite a friend. So my little brother, we went down to the Beer Cellar, the most cigar-friendly place in the greater Cincinnati area. A great place to have a smoke any day of the week. It's also where we do our tastings on Tuesday nights.
All right.
But we smoked them, and what I can say is that when you have that much cognac in a cigar, it's very sweet.
Bomb.
Very sweet. It kind of, to me, tasted like cherry-flavored pipe tobacco or something like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was one of those things, you would take a puff and say, well, that was $15. And you got down to the very end. We smoked it all the way down. That expensive a cigar. It was about a 7-inch cigar. So get all the way down to the end, and I'm like, hey, this is all right, okay. But literally it took me 6.5 inches to get to the point where I was like, yeah, it's not bad. you know, it's one of those things. Does it live up to the hype? To me, it did not.
I would have to taste it to tell you. I do like sweet
Well,
things,
if you got $1,000,
I ain't gonna pay my car and my house note or smoke one cigar.
it's not for everybody.
No, I'm not gonna pay for one cigar. Okay, rant over. So anyway, guys, this has been Hanging Out with Nick and J.O. here, all in the back patio of Braxton Labs, enjoying a good cigar. You know, I guess we don't have much more to say other than what's your catchphrase?
Go. Oh wait, no.
Go to heck, J.O.
So I almost went Anchorman on you there.
Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke if you got
No.
them?
Stay smoky.
It's got to be your bull.
Your bull's
Tommy boy. Stay smoky.
Stay smoky, guys.